It's complex right now?
No way, no
it's
way.
It's crying.
Only you two know what that is.
I don't want to look at my turnovers. Oh, my God.
But once we really talked to you, didn't have another. Okay.
All right, let's start with an opening comment from the coach.
Yeah, really excited for our women. Obviously an important one after, a grueling non-conference schedule for us. Mostly in terms of like back to back to back to back. And so we needed those days of preparation. I thought our women took that opportunity over the exam break, to really grow in that time period. And just really excited about some of the big improvements in terms of rebounding. The 6 in double figures, super cool. And then these two, right, double doubles. And then I thought Kennedy Calhoun managed the game, at a really high level. So overall, great performance by our women.
For Coach Tillett, you've been so consistent with this group throughout the season. Plenty of opportunities to get up and down, but that hasn't been the case. How do you think that that's helped this team stay the course and get a result like we see here today?
I think our staff we're educators, we're teachers, right? And so, if your players don't do well in a game, then we probably didn't prepare them well enough, is how we literally look at it. Just like in the classroom, we didn't prepare them for a test and they fail the test. It's not all the students' fault if the whole class fails, right? There's some accountability on the leaders. And I think what we know as a group, as a staff, is that if we keep teaching, if we stay positive, if we keep asking them to rise up, teams do that. Teams respond. And this group's done a really good job doing that.
And we've seen a couple of times with this team, chances to come away with that win in the fourth quarter. It was decisive, the advantage for this SLU team in the fourth quarter. Where did you see improvements closing out the game?
Yeah, we've had a couple of games, even all the way back to our first one against Indiana State, multiple games where we secure a 12-point lead and then we don't, hold it and just either extend it or grab onto it and hold it. And then, of course, Memphis up 8 to start the fourth quarter, and we didn't get the outcome that we all wanted together. So I think that was a focus by the group of, no, we're gonna do something different this time. And I thought our women's just decision-making down the stretch, and then D in the fourth quarter was really solid.
And it was a big lead after the first quarter, and SIU was able to cut that down going into the break. What was that message in the locker room after this team has seen some of those type of big quarters and then one where you give that lead away again?
Yeah, I think there was improvement all over the floor tonight of our women saying things, right? In addition to the staff saying things. And that's when it starts to become really special, right? If you turn to a teammate and you're like, hey, we can't let 15 get another 3. We can't do that. And so as we walk in the locker room at halftime, those messages are already being said to one another. And then we hear that, we echo that message, and then our women responded. I thought our women did a good job in that segment not panicking, right? Like, 3 threes back-to-back by one player can damage any team's collective defensive confidence. I thought our team did a good job staying steady through that.
And now for Julia Martinez, a double-double in this one. Julia, 7 of your 11 rebounds came on the offensive glass. You got some bruises to show for it there. What was it like to come away with some of those big rebounds, especially down the stretch for your teammates?
I think at halftime, we always do like a little check up on how many rebounds you had, and I think I only had 2 at halftime. So I was just really kind of getting in my head. So a lot of my coaches were telling me, like, hey, like, you just need, ultimately you just need to play better. Like, you just need to play. You're not having fun. Like, we can tell. So I think I just kind of go back to, like, my square one. Like, what do I do? Give that energy. And I think offensive rebounding kind of gives energy. And then it kind of, like, gives out to my teammates. And, I mean, hats up to my teammates for, like, being behind me when I get those boards. And I'm able to kick them out and then shooting. So it's just a little bit of a push of energy, I guess, overall from the coaches and from my teammates.
I love that comment from the coaches. Hey, it looked like you weren't having fun. In the third quarter, I noted on the broadcast a huge smile on your face at one point. How much do you think this team feeds off of that joy when you're able to play at that level?
Yeah, I think a lot. I think if you see one person, not even just me, if anyone, just one person smiles, it's definitely contagious. Because, if someone messes up and they get upset, that is also contagious as well. So just like to find joy within the game and different possessions, I think will definitely makes like a big difference.
And for Brooke Flowers, another double-double for you here today. 13 points, 14 rebounds, but maybe the most impressive, once again, 7 blocks. That's now 4 games with 7 or more blocks on the year. And Brooke, how much does that change things for this team when you can not only block those shots, but affect other shots in the painted area?
I think that That's just kind of how Julie was saying. Like, she likes to think about what she can bring to the team that's special. And one of our coaches actually mentioned that in our pregame speech. Like, everybody has a superpower. So bring what you do best, and then also contribute in other spaces. So I think one of the best things that I can do is, just be a helper in the paint. So I try to do that every possession if I can. And I think it kind of worked out well today, so that's good.
A great way to close out the non-conference slate. You've been through this A-10 schedule plenty of times in your career. What's the message to the rest of this team as you turn the page and the calendar going into conference play?
I think this was a great way to end conference going into non-conference. Just seeing like all the things that we're capable of, all the lessons that we've learned over the non-conference season just coming together and coming into fruition and just playing a pretty good, 40 minutes. So I think that my message would be like, we're prepared. I know a lot of people, it'll be their first time playing this conference schedule, playing these conference teams. But a lot of the non-conference teams that we've played have definitely prepared us for what we're going to see. So, just echoing that we are prepared. You may be nervous. They may be different people that you're not used to, but we'll be able to handle it because we've been through so much this non-conference season. So.
Thank you all so much for the time.
Thank you.
Thank you.